Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about Philippine handicraft pottery. So let's go to the brief history of Philippine pottery. Throughout the centuries, pots have been made for cooking, like the traditional palayok. They may also be used for storage, like the banga and tapayan that were once used for storing liquids. In the time of early Filipinos, jars were used to keep the remains of corpses. The monongol jar is an example of such a burial jar. Evidence of Philippine pottery, making dated as early as 600 billion century, has been found in Sangasanga Cave in Sulu and Laurenti Cave in Cagayan. It has been proven that by 5,000 billion century, the making of pottery was practiced throughout the country. Early Filipinos started making pottery before their Cambodian neighbors and at about the same time as Thayas as part of what appears to be a widespread Ice Age development of pottery technology. Now, pottery is one of the most ancient forms of arts, which people adapted to incorporate their artistry of mind to make life easier. Thus, pottery not only serves the artist's appetite to create something new but also comes in aid for the daily household and needs since the old times. We have different types of pottery. The first one is agate ware. Agate ware is one of the very extensive pottery making ways, which was quite popular in the middle of 1700s, and this type of pottery making boosts a unique type of glazing through the salt. Now, the agate ware following the technique of combining various clay of variety of colors in one slip. The methods follows the combining of clay while lying on a slab. Also, the clay is appropriately beaten to build a homogeneous mass where the colors get mingled properly. The use of colorless lead glaze is also famous for the agate wares. The end product looks beautiful due to its combination of variety tones. Now the second one is basalt. Basalt, also known as the black basalt. It refers to hard black vitreous stoneware, which is famous for its artistic tone. It is named before a volcanic rock basalt, and this form of pottery is the artistic successor of Egyptian black. It coins by the potters of Staffordshire also. Now, the pottery works of basalt from the stoneware. The surface of the pottery is distinctive with the uniformity and dullness in gloss with a fine polish. The intricate design on the body with the geometric pattern creates a bronze-like effect. The basalt work hardly requires any glazing due to its fine finishing. The third one is bisque or bisque. Bisque ware are the most popular types of pottery, which it is easier to build and the most expensive one that the majority of the potter performs. The bisque pottery came to light during the 18th century, and the Derb factory first produced them back in 1770. To our surprise, all the bisque fine potteries were much more expensive than the glazed ceramics. The bisque were merely referred to the single-fired or biscuit porcelain that it left without glazing. Now, the fun part is, while making any of the pottery, you cannot miss the bisque. After that, it is up to you whether you will leave it or a bisque ware or want to glaze it. Now, on the other hand, the bisque pattern features too much intricate detailing in the style and decoration, as it is not going to get any additional glaze, which is why it has to be visibly perfect. Now, the fourth one is the bone china. Bone china is also extremely hard and comes with an extense white appearance. To get that ivory white appearance of the bone china, potters used to bone ash in its ingredients. Moreover, the elements include china clay, biscuit, and china stone. The fifth one is cauliflower ware. These are module version of the creamware, as it features a green and cream color similar to the cauliflower. The very name does justice to its appearance. The creamware was glazed with yellow and green glaze, a distinctive feature of this creative pottery work, also known as lettuce pots, pineapple teapots, and cauliflower tureen. The specific types of pottery was introduced in 1760s by the Staffordshire potters. The uniqueness of the color and design make this fine creation of pottery serves the Chelsea dishes, which is still holding up its tradition. The sixth one is creamware. The creamware was the most popular kind of English earthenware that originated during the 18th century. The appearance of these specific types of pottery is recognizable from its very name. The cream-colored pottery created by the Staffordshire potters holds a special place in the history of pottery making. Now, the pottery created this pottery as they were experimenting with creating an alternative for the Chinese porcelain, which led to produce this fine white earthenware with the yellowish tone in the glazing. The fun fact is that the cream color was considered a fault at the time. Still, the creamware managed to roll due to its soothing appearance and unique finishing. The next one is Delft. Delft takes you to Holland and Delft in ancient culture. First, it is introduced in the 17th century. The Delftware features creative characteristic with its thin surface and fine intricate decoration. Most of the Delftware is distinctive with the manganese purple with the blue underglaze. Thus, it comes with the various pattern all over it with the French-influenced fashionable blue classical motifs. Also, the patterns fill the white areas rather than leaving them to imitate the beautiful look. Next one is earthenware. Earthenware is the most popular form of pottery. The earthenware is directly made from clay and is not fired to reach the vitrification point. Also, the earthenware is slightly porous and known as the primary level of making pottery. After that, the earthenware are coated with slips to become waterproof. Now, earthenware is usually fired at a very low temperature and can absorb the water if not appropriately glazed. It is prepared from the clay log and comes in a reddish-brown appearance. Most of the Middle Eastern and European medieval and ancient ceramic are considered earthenware. The porosity is prevented using the single-fired earthenware. It's coated with a fine glass powder to make it waterproof. The firing process is done by covering a surface for fusing a glass-like layer to set the pores of the clay body. Now, the various earthenware usually contain ingredients like china stone, china clay, ball clay. So, those are some of the ingredients. to make earthenware. Next one is flambe or flambe. Flambe is a pottery. It is distinctively characteristic of the glaze type. The flambe pottery comes with a rich and deep red glaze, which comes from turquoise and purple streaks. The decoration of the flambe glaze is specifically notable with its rich, red, glossy appearance. A particular range of firing is used for flambe glaze that include the copper. Originated during the Ming Dynasty, the pottery was first created in the 1570s. After that, the process got its rejuvenation in the 20th century as a Bernard Moore of England revived these classic pottery glazing techniques. The next one is hard-paste porcelain. A hard-paste porcelain, sometimes through porcelain, is a ceramic material that was originated made from a compound of feldspathic rock pitons in quilling fired at very high temperature. So usually around 1400 Celsius. It was first made in China around the 7th or 8th century and has remained the most common type of Chinese porcelain. The next one is ironstone. Ironstone, China, or most commonly just ironstone. It is a type of vitreous pottery first made in the United Kingdom in early 19th century. So it is often classed as earthenware, although in appearance and properties it is similar to fine stoneware. It was developed in 19th century by potters in Staffordshire. It is cheaper in England and mass-produced alternatively for porcelain. Next one is Jackfield. Jackfield pottery was also known through many other nicknames like Jackfield's Black, Jackfield's Type, Jetware, Victorian Jetware, Blackware, and Japanese ware. Although the quality and production of this kind of ware was said to have diminished after the 1760s, its style was revived during the late 19th century and became popular in tea and kitchenwares. The next one is jasper. Jasperware is specifically suggestive of the particular type of pottery, which is fine-grained and made from unglazed stone. The jasper pottery is white and comes with metallic oxide and colored stains, lilac, dark blue, and pale blue, or the distinctive shade of the jasperware. The neoclassic style of decoration of the white adds a unique touch to this specific style of pottery. So the old method of jasper boosts staining through the body. On the other hand, the later varieties are only colored on the top and comes to be known as the deep type. Due to its richness in style, the jasper pottery is also tremendously pretty and has another level of beauty among the most famous pottery types. Next one is lustreware. Lustreware refers to explicitly to an earthenware that comes with an opaque white appearance with the thin glaze. The pottery is fired once and then applied with the metallic paints and again fired to get the maturation with the education point. The lustreware design are specifically in lime yellow, bronze, red, metallic tone, which is distinctive appearance of this type of pottery. The copper luster is the most common tone from the lustreware. The silver and gold luster is also used frequently to give metallic punch of earthenware. Now the decoration is done with the scenic motifs to create the luster of the design in the very form of the pottery. That originated in the 10th century is the lusterware, is creative creation of Western Muslims. Next one is Majolica. Majolica is another very popular type of pottery that is exceptionally great with its look and attention to detail. Majolica is a Hispano-Moorish pottery technique, which is a thin glazed earthenware. Majolica originated in Spain, and Majorca refers to an enameled stoneware with the intensive decoration range. The creativity of Majolica lies in its vibrant and brain shade with a glossy, well-polished finish. But the most used color is green, which adds up to the creativity of Majolica pottery. The decorations are creatively carved on the clay to achieve creativity in every bit of the detailing. Next one is marble. Marble. Marble clay imitates a marble effect, which looks intensively creative. The marbled ware is gained through the mixing up of the different colors of clays. Moreover, a variety of colors are mixed in a way to imitate the look of the natural agate or marble. The marbled pottery originated in the 1st century in Rome, and it's quite popular today. Now, the marble technique includes the inclusion of the decorative brown, white, and gray clay, which imitates the actual effect of the marble. The intense color is achieved from the mottling glaze with the manganese brown. The technique includes inlaying of slabs of various colors. So later the clays are laid on each other, beat properly into agate ware. The uneven mixing of colored clay slips create a very swirling effect of clay on the pottery surface. Next is Parian. Parianware is a type of biscuit porcelain imitating marble. It was developed around 1845 by the Staffordshire pottery manufacturer. Mentans is named after Paros, the Greek island renowned for its fine texture, white Parian marble, used since antiquity for sculpture. It was also contemporaneously referred to as statuary porcelain by Copeland. The next one is Pate sur Pate. The Pate sur Pate feature a very creative and labor-intensive technique that is used to build the design with the various layers of the liquid slip. The layer carefully added one by one, and another as the previous one dries appropriately. The next one is pearlware. Pearlware is creatively beautiful with its attention to detail and excellent finishing, which adds up to its brilliance and appearance. The pearlware is one of the most notable work of pottery, which was created by Wedgwood. This European form of ceramic is fine in a detailing and creates a pearl-like hoop all over. Next one is porcelain. The porcelain is, or china clay pottery, is quite famous for its white appearance. The porcelain comes from a mixture of kaolin clay and china stone. The strength of porcelain is the main secret behind its immense popularity. And we have two types of porcelain: the soft paste porcelain and the hard paste porcelain. Now, the next one is the redware. Redware refers to a utilitarian style of earthenware pottery using clay with a high iron content, which turns reddish brown with fired redware dates back for centuries. Mass-produced redware was made in Europe, and the form became especially popular in American colonies as the clay was abandoned and redware products were affordable. The next one is salt glaze. The salt glaze pottery takes another popular place in the world with its creativity in color and appeal. The salt glaze in ceramic comes with textured orange peel, which is created by throwing the common salt inside the kiln when temperature is much higher. Next is slipware. The slipware is much common types of pottery that follows a very easy and unique technique. The earthenware pottery is decorated with variety of slips, which are appropriately glazed. The slipware is adequately treated with the semi-liquid clay or slip. Next is snowman porcelain. The snowman porcelain is another popular kind of porcelain that is quite different from porcelain's regular china clay preparation. The very name is derived from the snow white appearance of this porcelain ware. Next is soft paste porcelain, which is the type of porcelain. The soft paste porcelain, sometimes simply as soft paste or artificial porcelain. It is type of ceramic material in pottery, usually accepted as a type of porcelain. It is a weaker than true hard paste porcelain and does not require either the high firing temperatures or the special mineral ingredients needed for that. And there are many types of using a range of materials. Next is spatterware. The spatterware is creatively distinctive by nature, along with its popular spatter technique. This is originated in United States. The spatterware features the various motifs on its body with the sponging procedure. Next, Staffordshire figure. The Staffordshire figure basically refers to the pottery made with the typical Staffordshire style. The various type of Staffordshire figure, the pottery includes the salt glaze stoneware made from human structure. Next is stoneware. The stoneware is one of basic style of pottery making. The stoneware are usually too strong and are fired at a very high temperature to achieve the maturation range. The stoneware feature the characteristic of being extremely strong. Unlike earthenware, the stoneware does not absorb the water. And we have here the ingredients used for stoneware. So the ingredients are ball clay, and that should be 25%. The china clay is 25%, china stone is 15%, and flint is 35% to make your stoneware. Next is tortoise shell. The tortoise shell pottery is very creative kind of earthenware that looks unique. which is the imitating effect of tortoise shell. It is originating in England, and this pottery types gets in very name from the manganese oxide usage to create the shell-like color. Next, transferware. The transferware pottery technique was first used on the creamware to get the traditional way of printing on the pottery plate. In the method, the patterns or design are transferred on the pottery surface using a copper plate. The plate is dipping in ink, and then the pattern is transferred to the tissue. Then the ink tissue is placed on the bisque-fired pottery piece. Then the pottery is covered with color and opted for glazing and firing. The last one is the terracotta. Terracotta is a prevalent kind of red pottery that is creative in style and eminent with its building and firing technique. Terracotta is done using the baking of the clay. Now, in making pottery, we have the material used in making potteries, and those are the ball clay. So ball clay is an extremely rare mineral found in very few places around the world. Its name dates back to the early methods of mining, when specialized hand tools were used to extract the clay in rough cube shapes of about 30 centimeters, as the corners were not. Through handling and storage, this cube become rounded and bowl shaped. The second one is China clay, or kaolin. They call it in China the China clay. It is a hydrated aluminum silicate crystalline mineral. So kaolinite formed over many millions of years and by the hydrothermal decomposition of granite rocks. Hydrous kaolin is characterized by its fine particle size, plate-like or lamellar particle shape, and chemical inertness. Third one is clay, or soil particles that the diameter of which are less than 0.005 millimeter. Also a rock that is composed essentially of clay particles. The rock is, in this sense, include soil, ceramic clays, clay shells, mudstones, glacial clays, and deep sea clays. Clay material are plastic when wet and coherent when dry. The next one, the fourth one, is enameling. Enameling is the traditional technique for production of glass coatings. Enameling is the term used to describe a centuries-old technique of fusing a colored compound. It is traditionally powdered glass, so to surface at very high temperatures, often between 1300 to 1600 Fahrenheit. It's been used by ancient civilizations to create a beautiful work of art, including vases, caskets, bows, and jewelry. Next one is the fire clay. It is type of clay which is used in the production of heat-resistant clay items, such as the crucibles used in metals manufacturing. This type of clay is commonly mined from areas around coal mines. Although other natural deposits are also available as potential sources, with many nations having deposits of clay suitable for use in high temperature applications. Next one is frit. A frit is ceramic composition that has been fused, quenched, and granulated. Frits form an important part of batches used in compounding enamels and ceramic glazes. The purpose of this pre-fusion is to render any soluble and or toxic components insoluble by causing them to combine with silica and other added oxide. However, not all glass that is fused and quenched is water-free. As this method of cooling down very hot glass is also widely used in a glass manufacture. The next one is slip. The slip can be used as a means of mixing the constituent of a clay body and to join section of unfireware or greenware such as handles and spouts. Next one is glaze. Ceramic glaze is an impervious layer or coating of vitreous substance which has been fused to ceramic body through firing. Glaze can serve to color, decorate, or waterproof an item. Glazing render earthenware vessels suitable for holding liquids, sealing the inherent porosity of unglazed biscuit earthenware. It is also give you a tougher surface. Glaze is also used on stoneware and porcelain. In addition to their functionality, glaze can form a variety of surface finishes, including the degree of glossy or matte finish in color. Now the last one is salt glaze. The salt glaze pottery is the pottery usually stoneware with glaze of glossy, translucent, and slightly orange peel like texture, which was formed by throwing common salt into the kiln during the higher temperature part of the firing process. And sodium from the salt reacts with silica in the clay body to form a glassy coating of sodium silicate. So, thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from our topic today. And this is Riza Daria signing off. Thank you.